this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, D.A. It'll be scary. Thanks. You know, Chris, it seems like every year the NBA gets a little more athletic. Talk about how that aspect of the game has changed.
I was 6'9" and I played power forward and sometimes center. Kevin Durant is 6'11" and he plays the 2-guard. That's how the game is changing. It's no more big guys go to that end, little guys go to that end. Now you have to be a skilled basketball player. You have to be able to shoot, dribble, and pass at every position. The way of just the one-sided guy, that is gone out the game. That's a dinosaur, and I love it. You have to be more athletic, definitely, but the skill set, you got to make sure you can play basketball, and that way, no matter what size you are, 5'9" to 7 foot, you have to be equal in skill, and I love that.
Wow, I do too. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Rose is out there with Brown. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Griffin. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's DiVincenzo in the point guard. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Out left to the wing. Griffin against Giannis. Griffin inside. Rose. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Middleton. And Henson pulls it down.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
But you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at their offensive end.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Here's DiVincenzo. Great D that time from Griffin.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
You have to keep this man out of the paint. Griffin, professional poster maker.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Middleton for 3. Drops in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Rose. Softly drops in the floater.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
Giannis kicks to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo. Defended by Griffin. And Giannis throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now here's Rose. Outside, Griffin passes it to Henson. He dishes it to Rose. 6 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. From outside the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Out to the right wing. Here's DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Rose looking around. Griffin against Lopez. Outside Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Now, you don't put up numbers like Griffin unless you can finish through the contact inside.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Lopez. To the inside. Giannis inside. Griffin's there.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day. And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar level game.
Free throw good. Giannis. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. There's the pass to Henson. Right block shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Nice D from Griffin.
Playing him tough inside, air preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
The kick out to Rose. Pass to Mikhailuk. Passes it to Griffin. Well, Blake Griffin has been working on that three-pointer now, Chris, for a while. Has gotten to where it's effective.
Yeah, Kevin, and you're right. And for Blake, he doesn't need to make a ton of threes for it to be effective. All he has to do is keep the defense honest with it so they respect it enough where it opens up the rest of his offense.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
I love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
Look, when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
Rose passes to Henson. The kick out to Brown. Outside Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez with the block.
And you got to appreciate the length Lopez has. He's effective at using it to stifle shooters.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Mikhailuk. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Antetokounmpo. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 27 points a game last season, 12 rebounds and 6 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Here's Mikhailuk. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Fader on the way. Griffin's shot is off.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to Boston. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Brown. Rose has got 6.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Antetokounmpo against Griffin. Giannis drives in, and Giannis throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Middleton with it. Lopez outside. Holiday surveying the floor. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Holiday against Rose. Right through the D for the layup. He's got 8.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Outside Holiday. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. That shot misses. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Kicks to Griffin. There's the dish to Brown. Pass to Henson. Griffin trying to get open. Henson's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Detroit. Now the pass to Mikhailuk. Rose against Holiday. To the middle. Here's Henson. And the rejection by Giannis. Wesley Matthews on the wing. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he misses his first shot of the game. The Pistons leading. Pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. Not a lot of game left to play.
And here's Matthews for the three. Rebound, Detroit. Here's Mikhailuk. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points for the game.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. Tough.
Rose passes to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Holiday.
He's a minute close to the rim. When Griffin gets the ball and in the position he wants, you got to whack him.
Shooting 2.
A free throw drops for Griffin. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Rose passes to Grant. Stolen by Holiday. Feeds to Middleton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Good. And it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. Rose against Holiday. Grant dishes to Rose. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Grant.
And from distance, no less. What an amazing pass.
That's about as long an alley-oop pass as you're going to see. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. From deep. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many. Something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kunupi in Greek means mosquito. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Grant is out there with Maker. Then there's McCray. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Rose up on top. He's got 8. Here's McCray, guarded by Holiday. Grant outside. Shot clock at 5. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Ilyasova. And Ilyasova throws it down.
And this gets his teammates going. When Ilyasova dunks it, it's a real team energizer.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade. Many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Pistons trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Grant finds Rose. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Galloway taking his time here. Trying to get something going, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bucks leading by 9. Passes it to Giannis. He kicks to Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo. Tries again. And Antetokounmpo lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 22 points.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscore the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Outside Rose. To end the run. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Back to Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's McCray. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's deflected.
Would love to see more of this from Ilyasova. I mean, he has the reach to swat away shots.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Rose kicks to Maker. Out to the wing. Here's McCray. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Middleton.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. It's a 13-point game. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's Maker now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Giannis passes to Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Double team on Rose. Kicks it to Galloway. Just 5 on the clock. The offensive rebound. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to Philadelphia. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Grant. Top of the key, Rose. It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Here's McCray. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Galloway. Lays it up off the glass.
I mean, you got to respect the guts of Galloway. I mean, at 6'2", it's great to see him capitalize inside.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Double team on Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. And the shot goes in. DiVincenzo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now here's Rose, guarded closely. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they struggle as a whole.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Basket counts. He has 7.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Rose passes to Maker. Back to Rose. The pass to Galloway. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor one game and then start to play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes.
For Milwaukee, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
No good on that one.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
That one misses. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls at that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. She, Ben Wallace, Rick, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. She's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Here's Middleton. Finished off the break. Middleton's got 9.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rose dishes to Griffin. Back to Rose. Good on the shot.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
Oh, the first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's Rose missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And let's check out some stats for Chris Middleton. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. Here's Henson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. No luck that time either.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers. Yeah, the defender all over.
The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Both good from the line that time. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And here they come. There's the lob into the Kumbo. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Griffin. He's got 15. Here's Rose. Henson trying to break free. Rose, good. Rose has got 16 points.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose, able to hang and finish with the defender looming.
Middleton the pass to Connaughton. Shoots over Brown. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Ilyasova passes to Antetokounmpo. And another shot. Detroit with the rebound. Here's Mikhailuk. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in this game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to DiVincenzo. Rebound, Detroit. Henson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Mikhailuk. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Basket good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebound, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 34 points, 7 assists, and 3 blocks. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you that's impressive.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Rose, following the basket by Chris Middleton. Here's Griffin. Here's Henson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So active, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier.
One shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And here's Rose. Left side, Griffin. Over Antetokounmpo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 4th, Brook Lopez.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Griffin. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And he's able to get it back.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis is double. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 39.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Rose passes to Griffin. Back to Rose. Over Lopez. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Rose. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. The Bucks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second half. Wow, hammering it in!
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch five. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
Here's Rose following the basket by Giannis. Right side, Griffin. Back to Rose. Pass to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. This one for 3. The rebound by Holiday. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that. I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball.
Here is Rose following the bucket by the Bucks. Rose double teamed. Luke passes to Griffin to end the drought. Rose back up. No good. Shot missing. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Teardrop shot. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Rose. Here's Luke. He can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Detroit with the ball, following Drew Holiday's 3-point attempt. Luke passes to Griffin. Rose with the ball. Count the basket. Rose has got 18 points.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Holiday against Brown. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Antetokounmpo against Griffin. Throws it up high, and John Henson with the slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's DiVincenzo. 10 points for him. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Takes a 3. Lopez, no luck. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Brown has to Henson. And the wide open shot from Griffin. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 20 points for Blake Griffin.
Like to see that kind of range from Griffin. He's got a nice stroke for such a physical player.
Lopez with the ball. Beyond the arc. But they recover it. Second shot opportunity. That's good on the jump shot. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
And it's Rose. This time the assist by Henson. 20 points for Rose.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Now here's Rose. He's got 20. That one off the back iron and out.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
It's Giannis with the drive.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Down low, here's Rose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Rose always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 08, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Matthews in for Drew Holiday. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. So many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
That's good from Henson. Henson hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
DiVincenzo passes to Williams. And there's the pass to Middleton. Good on the three-point shot. Middleton's got 16.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Looking now at some numbers for Rose. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 18 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. He's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
And he makes the first. Henson hits them both. Here's DiVincenzo. He's got 10. Pass to Lopez. He dishes it to Middleton. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And there's the bucket from McRae.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Milwaukee has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez and count it from 19 feet away.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Outside Rose. The feed to Henson. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Rose. Williams can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Bucket is good. Galloway has got his second basket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now, here's Matthews. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 1:31 left to play in the third. Galloway, the pass to Grant. Here's Galloway. He's covered by Matthews. Passes it to Rose. Lots of room. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Rose. Another shot. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The free throw drops for Grant. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Here's Connaughton, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lopez, no luck. To the left wing, there's the triple. The three-pointer is right on target.
I like the confidence from the guard, Galloway. He shows no fear in shooting off the pass.
From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Milwaukee in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. McRae is out there with Grant. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Maker. And it's Galloway in at the 2. Shot from the wing. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Respectable jump shooter from many areas, Kevin. I mean, Galloway is someone you have to play up on.
Jackson against Knight. Pass to Matthews. And Galloway pulls it down. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Knight on the wing. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Doomboy is checked in for Grant. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by Knight. Offensive rebound and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Thon Maker.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And so he makes both from the line. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And the Pistons making a change here. Snell's checked in. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That's his first foul. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Matthews. Here's Connaughton. Williams for 3. And Galloway pulls it down. To the inside. Puts it up. Doomboya, good.
You want more of this from Galloway? I mean, we know he can score, but it's crucial he improves his passing.
And for Milwaukee, their shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Now here's Lopez. He kicks it to Matthews. Inside, Williams laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Knight for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Outside Matthews. To the middle. Here's Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And sometimes it seems Lopez enjoys scoring through the defense. I mean, it feels like he can tackle any challenge.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Galloway. The shot misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family or friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Webb, excellent.
Well, the former Tar Heel Marvin Williams isn't a primary offensive weapon on this team, but he could chip in with some solid shooting when other options are taken away.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Williams. And C-Webb, as you mentioned, for Williams, he can shine if teams don't focus on him.
Yeah, Kevin, and he's always had a smooth skill set near the basket. Solid enough shooter from range to make you pay if you leave him alone.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brown's checked in. Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Pistons. And Williams drops them both. Well, Greg, this is the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, former #2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
Here's Snell. Back to Maker. Goes back up. Nice touch on the bank shot.
This is the touch Maker possesses. A big man who knows he can sink these shots.
Knight against Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Snell. The pass to McGruder. Knight taking his time here. Puts one up from 19. Pistons keep it alive.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
He gets it in there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Snell. Pass to McGruder. Not really his range, and it's off target. Here's Connaughton. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Knight for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Knight's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Jackson. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Snell. Passes to Knight. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game that system is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely a
2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21. Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game. Once you're good with your appearance, it's time to try out the builder. This year, we've added more skill breakdowns to choose from, so make sure to take a look and pick the right fit for your game. Then, choose your physical profile, modify your attribute caps, and you pick the takeover you want. After you've personalized your build, it's time to test your potential. You get to select the overall you want to play as for the game, all the way up to a 99. Then, it's time to pick your badges. The upgrades available are based on the attributes you have in each category. And it's your decision on how to divide up the badges. Do you want to max them out with a few Hall of Fame?
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Adams in at the center. And for the Suns, Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Booker out there with Paul, and it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for
an air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of their home fans always puts a bounce in your step. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. That's a great look at our location tonight, the home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it. DA, it's all yours. It is indeed, DA. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for Phoenix, Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. And then Booker out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ayton in at the center. Paul with the buckets. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can't fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry? Exactly.
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Ayton kicks to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though, Kevin. True grit from the little man.
Lowry from outside. It's hauled in by the Suns. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Here's Anunoby, defended by Bridges. Anunoby, good.
And such poise in pressure situations. Anunoby doesn't let it get to him. Fantastic at keeping his composure.
To the paint, here's Booker. That shot off. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Lowry, good.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Paul against Lowry. Lets it go from 11. And Ayton throws it down. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Paul against Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. Now here's VanVleet. Got a piece of it. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Paul surveying the floor, and it's in there. Paul's got 6. And the Raptors with the ball. Now Lowry. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Siakam up top. Shoots over Bridges, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Pass to Ayton. He kicks to Paul. 6 to shoot. Back to Ayton. No good on the shot, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Anunoby. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Suns trailing. Paul passes to Saric. Bridges with it. Booker outside. Shoots over Van Vliet on the mark with the 15-footer.
Looking a little bit like Rip Hamilton as Booker's able to knock down the in-between shot.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Left side Ibaka. Raptors need to get a shot off. Anunoby. No good on the 3. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Saric. Second shot opportunity. Dishes to Ayton. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Suns now. Saric passes to Paul. It's good. Paul's got 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lowry against Paul. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Clock at 6. Outside Lowry. There's the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Bridges passes to Booker. Saric looking around. And the pass to Bridges. 3-pointer. They get it again. And slam dunk by Saric.
And the anticipation of Saric, outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Siakam. Ibaka's got his second basket of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Passes it to Saric. And here is Bridges. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. He's coming off an excellent season. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Back to Lowry. To the left side wing. Siakam passes to Lowry. 18 feet out. Rebound by the Suns. Saric has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Puts up a 3, and it's Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
That's tipped, and Phoenix with another turnover here. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Fourth, the Suns.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Here's Van Vliet. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 5.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
Lowry for 3. Rebound by the Suns. Booker looking around. Lowry against Paul. Pass to Bridges. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Charge up top, defended by Ibaka. Booker outside. Shoots over Van Vliet. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Lowry. 6 points for him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lowry's got 8 points. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
Here's Siakam trying to get open as Ibaka. Siakam misses. Phoenix leading by 5. Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. Here's Paul. 20 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
There's the pass to Baines. There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Booker inside, covered by Van Vliet. And the rejection by Ibaka.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Passes it to Baines. They get a hand on it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Lowry has it in the corner. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks to Ayton. Paul for 3. It's all tied in Phoenix. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina, Falanos. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. And it's Paul in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And both free throws good for Davis. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Yep, that one goes. Davis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
No good from Booker.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Count that one. And it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He kicks it to Paul. Back to Booker. Halt the run, and Davis pulls it down.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. He dishes it to Gasol. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Back to Booker. 5 to shoot. But Trey bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 8.
Well, if Booker gets that kind of room out there, he's got the green light. He's had it since he came in the league.
Lowry against Paul. Anunoby kicks to Ibaka. Gets a very good look and converts. Ibaka's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Pass to Booker. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Anunoby passes to Davis. Now Lowry, defended by Paul. Lets a floater go, and there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Davis.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Baines kicks to Kaminsky. Back to Baines. The pass to Booker. Fires the three. Again, the miss by Booker.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Davis against Booker. Outside Gasol. Here's on an open. From deep. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made two. Lowry against Paul. Passes it to Baines. Great D that time from Davis. And here's Toronto. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Lowry. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now it's an 11-point Toronto lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Kaminsky, defended by Ibaka. Booker with no one around, drains it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Lowry up top, defended by Paul. Lowry can't get it to go. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
And you wonder if Phoenix could find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. Well, that's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Lowry kicks to Davis. Outside Gasol. Powell, the pass to Gasol. Here's Davis. And the Raptors miss again. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Jazz. Paul against Lowry. Paul passes to Baines. Johnson with it. The Suns need to get a shot off. That gives them the lead. 14 points for Chris Paul.
Yeah, the tight D didn't bother Chris that time. He's got such good focus going up for that shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
So for the Suns, Ayton comes in for Frank Kaminsky, and it's Bridges in for Johnson. And the Raptors also making a change. Siakam is checked in for Davis. Lowry passes to Powell. Back to Lowry. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Bridges. Here's Ayton. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And the shot goes in from Siakam. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Pass to Booker. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Gasol.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Lowry against Paul. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Right side Lowry. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Lowry's got 19 points.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Lowry against Paul. Pass to Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Over to Gasol. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Bridges. 8 points for DeAndre Ayton. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the Raptors call time here.
Well, Mikal Bridges tagged as a 3-and-D type player in the draft. Still finding his way a little bit in terms of the NBA offensive system and where it is that he can be effective.
Diallo, he's checked in for Phoenix. Carter comes in for Chris Paul.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Coming off a terrific season, 7th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Just 2 to shoot. And again, no good by Toronto.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now the pass to Lowry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lowry's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend him.
Diallo the pass to Bridges. And here's Booker. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Carter outside. 1:04 left to play in the first half. No good from Booker.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Here's Anunoby. Misses in close.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
And Ayton throws it down.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Toronto trailing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Powell. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Carter dishes to Booker. From deep 3-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, I like the effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not going.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Siakam against Šarić. Now here's Van Vliet, just 4 to shoot, and they pick up 2. 8 points for Serge Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Here's Paul, kicks to Ayton. Booker outside. shot off, and it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense right on him. Pass to Lowry for the lead. Saric grabs the board. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Paul. Kept alive.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammates.
Ball finds Saric. Now Bridges. He's got 5. Booker outside. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Out to Ibaka, shoots the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Ibaka's got 13 points.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Paul. Sweet little floater.
A super touch on the floater there from Chris Paul, fooling the defense completely and then getting off the difficult shot.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lowry's got 23 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Paul passes to Bridges. Ayton against Ibaka. Ayton kicks to Paul. Saric outside. Ayton, great positioning on the putback.
Think about the next few years. How much more complete will Ayton get? There's some indicators there.
And here is Van Vliet. He has 5. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Van Vliet with the bucket.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Saric outside. Pass to Bridges for 3. Here's Ayton. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Here's Anunoby. Defended by Bridges. Lowry, good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Johnson in for Bridges. The Raptors also with a sub. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Booker trying to free himself up, and it's Paul missing. Now, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Here's Van Vliet. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Five on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Siakam misses. Suns trail by 5. Charge inside. Siakam's there. Paul right side. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the Suns miss again. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Oh, the power on that prudence.
Unreal. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Johnson outside. The pass to Paul. Back to Johnson. Saric right side. Good ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker. Toronto leading by 7. Hollis Jefferson passes to Van Vliet. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in. Van Vliet's got 9 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Ball against Lowry. Paul kicks to Booker. The dish to Saric. Booker outside. Can they get it? And he hits the jump shot. 15 points in the game.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Van Vliet looking around. Lowry from deep three-point land. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing the second half in the mud.
Booker dishes to Johnson. Yes, that goes in.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Three-pointer, Lowry. It's good from long range. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Baines inside, defended by Ibaka. Pass to Paul. Shot, high post. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team should be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still as strong as ever.
Lowry against Paul. And Ibaka kicks to Siakam. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Baines. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Johnson, good.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Lowry. Siakam trying to free himself up, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 30 points for Kyle Lowry.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And good that time. Van Vliet's got 8 here in the quarter.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Here's Paul. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Rebound by the Suns. Charge has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Paul passes to Baines. Johnson outside. Paul outside. 6 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper. And that's 18 points for Devin Booker.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
1:25 left in the